We are now going to go straight to Oban, who is our Cypriot correspondent. He flew all the way to Lisbon last year to cheer on Eleni and see her come second. Not that that's a bad thing. He doesn't regret a single thing. It was a good thing for him. Sadly, she lost. He doesn't mind. And we don't mind reminding him about that thing. So, Oban, take it away. What's going to happen with Tamta this year? What are you making of her demo that's been leaked?
So, Stuart, thank you for sparing time for Cyprus, such a tiny little country, but trying to make a mark in history again this year. So I put together some numbers for the newbies of Eurovision. We've been participating in 1981. Our journey started in 1981. 35 times participation, never won. Best result, second place last year. But we tried everything. We sang in Greek, English, French, Italian, Spanish, Fuego. We did ballads, we did up-tempos, we did everything. We take this contest seriously, but we never made it to the top on the scoreboard. This year, Tamta will be waving the flag in Israel, Tel Aviv. Tamta is, of course, I'm sure everybody knows, is Georgian-born, living in Greece, Athens, Greece. Started her professional career 2004 by becoming second in the Super Idol Greece. Then she became a judge on X Factor Greece and X Factor Georgia. And the one thing that we should know, she has an amazing voice. She has a great range to her vocal, and she's a fashion icon. That's the two major points when we talk about Tamta that we have to mention. So that she was a guest judge on Project Runway in Greece last year. The song is Replay. The teaser was dropped 2 days ago and already been viewed on YouTube 300,000 times. More than the I would say Bilal Hassani's video clip, and so there's definitely a hype, and it's upbeat. We know that it's a show girl. Well, she's not the greatest dancer, not as much as Eleni is, but she's definitely is a show girl. She has put interest in Eurovision multiple times. She did collaborations with Mihai from Romania, Stereo Mike from Greece, Mikolas Iosef last year. They did a performance together in MAD Awards, Music Awards in Greece. We are hopeful. I am hopeful. We were never doubting the qualifying to the final because the song, the performance. Alex P is the composer of the song again with his team. Sasha John Baptiste is doing the staging again, like she did last year with Eleni. It's a very promising entry for us. So yeah, that's more or less I have to say about it.
Thank you, Oban. Well, we've got our fingers crossed for you that you do better than second this year.
No.
Some of us have, maybe not Nicholas. He wants Denmark to win. We'll come to Nicholas now. Nicholas, what are you making of the leak that we've heard this week?
So my biggest worry when I turned on the song would be, is this just Fuego 2.0? And here's the thing. Of course, there are bits of it that are like Fuego. They want to do well. Of course, they want to do well. That being said, I do actually think the song can stand on its own. It's always this thing where if you send a song that did really well the previous year and you try to send something similar the year after, usually that doesn't really do very well. But the reason for that is usually because everyone does it. So far, we haven't really seen anything that's trying to build up the hype that Fuego had last year. No one's really trying to do that. And for that reason, you know what? I think Cyprus could do well this year as well. I think if they have a great and unique staging, the song is great. There's no doubt about that. And the people that maybe didn't watch Eurovision last year aren't thinking about Fuego. they will see this as something modern, as something cool, and yeah, I think it's a definite qualifier, that's for sure.
And Jason, does this hit your banger category?
It does. Again, when I first heard it, and you remember it's a very small clip, and it's probably going to be very nice when it comes out. Fuego 2.0, which is a good thing. But I think, and I've heard her back catalogue as well, and I know she's a very good performer. She's going to be top 3. I have a feeling she will be top 3. And if once I hear the full 3 minutes, and I think I'm going to get these goosebumps, I feel it may be a winner. We could do with a nice trip to Cyprus, I think, next year. That'll do me lovely.
Absolutely, yeah. They just have to find a stadium to host it. We might be on the beach again. Who knows? Joanne, you love a banger too. I don't know whether you've been into Tamta's back catalogue like Jason has, but what are you thinking about this one?
It's quite funny because my very first thought when I heard it straight away was, oh my God, Legends. You know, everyone was thinking Fuego. No, I was hearing Legends.
And just to be clear, you're talking Legends from the UK final last year.
Yes, the standard Legends. Yeah, absolutely. There was something there. You know, I think it was just that little bit of the music. At one point in the instrumental, I was starting to sing into Legends. It's going to do well. There's no doubt about it. It will do well. You know, for me, it's not the winner, but then, you know, it probably will be. I thought that about Fuego when I first heard it. I thought, oh God, it's not me, it's not my cup of tea, blah blah blah, and then I loved it by the end of it. So I think with the staging that she's going to have, and the fact that she's a really good singer, and the fact that she's an icon, and she's, you know, in sort of Greece and Cyprus, she's famous. I think she could do really well, and especially, you know, I can't see anything at the moment that I can say that could be a winner yet, but we'll see. You know, a little bit of staging there, she might do really well.
Martin, Tamta has already been compared to Eleni. We've even on the panel tonight we've heard Fuego 2.0. Potentially that's a good thing, right? Cyprus are riding a wave right now. They're already 7th in the betting before the song's been officially released. Could we be looking at potentially Limassol 2020?
Well, anything's possible at this stage. It's going to stand out, as everyone else has already said. She's an experienced performer, and it's not only these, you know, the sort of up-tempo songs she can sing. If you look on YouTube, and she's sung Radiohead's Creep amazingly well, and that's, you know, it just shows her versatility. She's got potentially the best stage director at the moment, Sacha Jean-Baptiste. She's got one of the best songwriters with Alex P. You know, they're going to make it play to their strengths, really, and play to her strengths. And as has been said before, most people who will be voting in definitely the final, maybe not so much the semi-final, because it probably is more fan-based, the semi-final, but definitely assuming she gets to the final, most of them might remember that there was this song called Fuego, and a woman tossing her hair around in a Beyonce-style routine, but a lot of people won't. They'll just be thinking, how does this compare to the other songs on the night? And if it catches the mood like Fuego did, or even Toy did, or whatever, then it's got a good chance of winning. And, you know, I think it's going to stand out, whatever it sounds like. I'm probably going to wait to the full 3 minutes, because you assume that the teaser bit has some of the best bits in it, but you never can tell. Sometimes there might be better bits. Obviously, the demo was the demo 2 minutes? I think it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've got a better, but, you know, so we've got a lot more to hear, but hopefully it's all good stuff.
And finally, Elliot, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, like I said, everyone's been comparing it to Fuego, but people have been complaining about that, but you can't complain if a song sounds similar when they're using the exact same team that they used in Fuego, so I find that a bit funny that people have been complaining about that online, considering it's you know, it's the exact same team. You've got Andreas Fuego and again on it again. You've got Alex P. You know, these are people who do bangers, for lack of a better word. They are brought in to do this type of music. I actually really like it. I prefer it to Fuego on first listen. Fuego, it wasn't for me. It was just your run-of-the-mill Latin dance track. It did nothing for me. But it's got the trumpets in as the instrumental, which really caught my attention. It actually reminded me more of Where You're Loved by Ali Ryan in the German selection, the trumpet instrumental. I don't think she's going to be doing much choreography as much as Eleni, because if they do that, then it will probably look too similar. So I think Sasha John Baptiste, I can never say her name properly, will be very careful in that sort of staging to make it its own song and not just a carbon copy. I do think this will qualify. You know, she's got Georgia and Greece in the semi-final with her, so she's locked on for, you know, 48 points potentially there, if not like 40 at least. And it's a good song. It's upbeat. It's, you know, it's what people want to hear in Eurovision. It will do well. Do I think it will win? I don't know, but it's just a demo we've heard. It could do well, you know, and, you know, Cyprus, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, they found what worked from last year and they're doing it again this year, and good on them. It seems to be working, and it's a bit bizarre that the song that had the most commercial success, people are staying away from, and they're doing the exact same thing, which will only help their favour again. Yeah, I feel confident that Tamta will do pretty well, to be honest. I definitely see her in the final, and, you know, depending on the other songs, top 10, maybe top 5.
I think sometimes we complain because we kind of know something's good, and I think this is good, and I think this could potentially be really good with the right staging. This is a definite challenger for me. Riding the wave of last year, we've seen many countries do that. Have a good year, there's hype, there's momentum, and all of a sudden they do even better the following year. So, you know, I think that we're potentially looking at something quite special with Cyprus. Going to the chat room, they equally believe the same. Cyprus 2020, someone's written. Cyprus is going Latin pop roots. Replay is good. It's quite similar to Fuego. We've got Fuego plus Siren song from Ukraine. We'll come to next. Nice segue. Equals Replay. Yeah, there's some real sort of positivity there for Tamta. So Open looks pretty good for you.
Yeah, definitely. Just wanted to say that let's not forget that as I think Martin pointed out, the team is professionals, and they are aware of the danger of being lookalike of Fuego, and they know all the dangers like we are talking right now. It's not like a bunch of amateurs gonna do the copycat of the same thing that they did last year. So they know what they are doing, and I really trust CYBC on their selections and their work. So already proud of the works being put out so far.